Hey everyone, welcome back to the studio and welcome to February. So, I have a lot of little projects going on right now. I'll show you. One is the stickers. So one of them is some stickers that I made with my Cricut. And I designed some fabric and I went ahead and bought a yard of that. So this is the hearts, but this is the kaleidoscope hearts. I'll link it in the description if you're interested. But printed on spoon flower. And there you go. I like how it turned out. I'm going to go ahead and get it washed up and dried and then get on some projects and we'll go from there. Let's get busy. So this video is going to be a little bit different than my other ones. It's just going to go over a few of the things that I've added into the shops. A new toy that somebody sent baby girl. And just a little bit of shop updates. So first off, let's go ahead and start with the new project for the motivation board. One of the things I created for this month is some stickers for my Cricut. So get these cut out and put one of them on my board. So the rest of them I will be including one of these in every order, every physical order for my main shop this month. So I'm just going to add this to my board. This is the month of love, so, and I do love my baby. I love baby girl. So there you go. I think these are perfect for February, so let's go ahead and get on some other projects, shall we? This is the vinyl sticker paper that I used for the stickers, and they turned out really good. So printed nice, printed on the HP inkjet that I have. They don't run, they didn't smear, but yeah, they turned out really good. I will link for this in the description. Well, this is one of the new items I picked up from my shop. Because I do a lot of sewing, a lot of looking down, my neck has been bothering me, and it's actually common to have major neck issues if you do this kind of stuff constantly. And my mom's had surgery, my grandma's had surgery, and they're both sewers just like I am. So I picked this up, and all it is, get these out, is a tray that my computer or my laptop will sit on top of, just to lift it up so I'm not looking down anymore. I'll be looking more level. No, I'm not sponsored or anything with any of these items. I bought these myself. I just wanted to show you just additions that I'm doing to the shop. So I'm going to go ahead and get this built. If you are interested in this, if it turns out cool, I will have a link in the description. That is an affiliate link with Amazon. So if you do purchase it, I will get a little bit of the money. It won't cost you anything more. It's just Amazon pays me for promoting one of their items. So let's go ahead and go over this. This is heavy duty. I don't have a huge laptop. I don't have a little tiny thin thing. So I don't see it bowing or anything. And these are just metal. They do flex a little bit, but not much. And they do have rubber feet on it. And that's where the bolts go. And the bolts are here. No, the nuts are. Because the bolts are right there attached. So all this does is just slip on as such. And we'll go ahead and get this underneath the computer and see how it works. The reason why I went with this open one is because with processing videos and everything, it does use a lot of oomph from the computer and it makes it a little bit warm. So I wanted the nice air vents instead of just a wood. But with this sitting like this, this gives me a little bit of storage underneath. And there you have it. So like I said, a little bit of storage underneath that I can put, you know, like my pad paper and stuff like that. And as far as the height, it's a good sitting height. So when I do sit down, I am looking straight at it instead of down at an angle. So that should help out with neck pain. Alright, let me show you another thing that I picked up. Get out of the way. Alright, so the next thing I picked up is a large silicone mat. I do a lot of resin, a lot of painting. So silicone is very necessary down here. But the reason why I picked up a large one, so this table is protected by a cover, and I also have the cutting board here. But my other table behind us is not. So this table here is just a melamine table, and right now I have two small silicone mats. They work for the most part, but I'm still getting, you know, resin on the melamine. The issue with that is getting it off is kind of a pain. So I wanted to cover this whole thing. So I'm going to get this cleaned off and the new one up there. There you have it. So it's like it was made for this, but trust me, it's not. It's, I think, 28 by 48 inches or something like that. I'll have it linked in the description below again, like the other stuff. But it's not specifically labeled for resin, and I wanted it that way because I didn't want to pay the price. Because I noticed that mats that are specifically listed as resin mats are more expensive, even though the silicone is the same thing. This one is for the kitchen, so a kitchen countertop, thus it being so big. So this will be nice and it will help out. Yeah, sorry for the heater noise. It is cold. We are actually due in for some snow here shortly. Alright, so on to this. Let's go ahead and see what this one is. So, new year, new toys, right? Yeah, the thickness of this mat is actually really nice. Hopefully you can see that. Right, so this is new silicone mixing stuff. So we have a big old container here. What is it? 20 fluid ounces. There we go. 600 milliliter. We have a little bit of these, a few of these little pouring things, which will come in handy for little projects. I do a few of those. So this one is 8 ounces or a full cup, 50 milliliters, no, sorry, 250 milliliters marked. This one is 3 ounces or 100 mil. So they're not too terribly thin either. I mean, they're squishy, but not too bad. And the bigger they are, the thicker and more heavy duty the silicone is. So yeah, picking up this one, you'll be able to squish and pour. Alright. So another silicone stir stick. I love these things. I have tons of them up here. So that's another one of those. There's actually a few of them, so I'm not going to take them all out. So there's 4 of those guys. One of this, and 4 of those little ones. And another stir stick, just smaller. So this is new. So these are little spatulas and they're pretty thin. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So yeah. They're not silicone, they are plastic, and they're not smooth. The ends are, but the rest of it's a little textured. Guess that'll be good when you're working with gloves to be able to hold on to it. Yeah. And some pipettes, which I was completely out, so I have some of those now, thankfully. So yeah, there you go. Like I said, again, not sponsored by it, but I did pick it up because I do need more stuff. My stuff is wearing out over the years. So, thought I'd show you guys what I picked up. And yeah, I like the feeling of them. They're actually nice. So I'll leave a link for this in the description below if you want to pick it up. Again, I'm not getting paid by them, but it's an affiliate link, so I do get a kickback if you use my link, which helps to buy more stuff and more projects for the shop. So, it's a win-win. Doesn't cost you anything, but Amazon does pay me, which is nice. Yeah, leave those wrapped up. So, that'll be sweet to play with shortly. I did grab these here. This is for an upcoming project. So I have the big red ones. Actually, they're a little bit bigger than this. But I needed the other size. So I did pick this up. I did use it for the candy dish project, but the one I will be using is this size here coming up shortly, so you'll be able to see those. But yeah, these things are really nice too. Give you different size circles. So I'll have a link for that as well if you want to check it out on your own. This looks really good now. I like it. Being silicone, it should be fairly easy to keep clean at this point, hopefully. We'll see. But yeah. I like the new mat. It looks good. So one of the projects coming up is I'm going to be building a bigger level table. I'll be doing the blueprints for it and everything. I've already picked up everything, but with the snow coming, I'm not going to be outside cutting wood. So that'll be a little bit later than anticipated. This one, I'm either going to sell it or give it away. I'm not sure yet. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do with it. And we'll see when I make the new one. But for now, I'm going to use one of the silicone mats as the cover for it. That way if something does drip on it, I can just peel it off later. So instead of the contact paper, I mean, it'll still have the contact paper on it, but I'm just going to be putting a silicone mat on it from now on. I'm not going to cut it because the one I am building is going to be a little bit bigger. I'll cut it down to size when I get it built. Well, somebody sent baby a gift. So let's go ahead and see what this is about. So, that's the box. The little flying wheels. couple handles. Like 3 bags of these. So you take one of these, take one of the handles, and you line up the tabs with those. There are different sizes, as you can see there, so you slip them in and then you twist the top part around. And then we just load one up. And hold on to it and pull the string and it should launch. So we'll play with the kitty and see how she likes it. Okay, a couple other things that has come in is bobbins for my sewing machine. Previously, I was only finding little tin packs and I was just buying them here and there. Finally found a larger pack. There's 100 of them in here. So there you go. 100 little bobbins. Not a lot of people, you know, would require so many bobbins, but I'll show you real quick. So all these ones here are for the cotton threads, because that's what I use for all the microwave stuff that I make. And as you can see, there's a lot of them missing. And yes, everything is color coded on my thread wall. So I do need more to fill up this. And I've been switching them back and forth, and all that is wasting thread. And then this is my big spools. I'll show you that right here. Those are my big spools. That's most of my cotton. The rest of it is in a bag that won't fit up here. And those are all my little spools. And how those work is there's the bobbin. So I'm missing a few in there. And then I have my small spools, which have hardly any bobbins for. And again, I've been pulling off, you know, thread to rethread them. And that's just a waste and it's time consuming. Yay! Next up is these here. And if you haven't used those, highly recommend them. The reason why, I already have some and I've been using them for years. I think this pack I bought back in 2018 or something like that. And they've gone through a lot of projects. The issue is, over time, they're getting more out. They're starting to snap across there and everything and not holding on. So I already have, you know, a lot less than I should. So I thought, why not? This was such a great deal. And I'm just going to pick up more. Before I run out to the point where I don't have enough to do a project. I know it looks like a lot, but for some of the stuff I do, it uses almost all of them, or more. So, in comparison, yeah, they're exactly the same. Let me show you these things in use and why they are handy. And I like this container better because it just screws on, where shake them down, and it's not really clipped tightly, so better container by far. See, it's already come undone. So they work on all sorts of fabrics like nylon, like this stuff here, the ripstop nylon, cottons, and anything else you don't want pins in, like silks and satins and stuff like that. They work great on that. They hold really nice without damaging, creasing, putting holes or whatever in the fabric. I used them on thick projects, thin projects, small ones like the pot holders, large projects like quilts and everything. And just line it up, hook them on, and it stays in place. It doesn't move around. So one of the other projects I'm working on this month is this quilt. I know it's Christmas and this is February, but I was meaning to get to this last year, never got to it, so now I am working on this. It's just going to be a lap quilt, and so not very big, but I think it's fun. I like how the shadow box, how that stands out with the black around each of the box. So yeah, I'll be working on that throughout the month. Well, there you have it. Bunch of little projects, little things around the shop, little additions. The new computer table is turning out and working out great. I'm loving the silicone mat. My husband and I end up being sick like everybody else, so I've been down for a little bit, plus with the cold, not a good combination. If you did like this, let me know in the comments. I'll do one occasionally if, you know, people are interested in little things that I'm adding into the shop or using and stuff like that, instead of doing, you know, one big project kind of thing. The next one, I will be making the stuff out of the Valentine's Day fabric, the heart fabric, so you can see all that and see how the fabric turned out. So that will be the next video. I just didn't get around to it for this time, so, but it'll be coming out next week. So again, thank you for everything. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing baby girl play around, and I will see you in the next video. Stay creative.